Hi everyone, Angelique Weiley here, and today's topic is dignity in the workplace. So we all know what dignity is. Dignity is the quality or the state of being worthy of honor or respect. And everybody in the workplace wants to have dignity. If you think about it, we all long for dignity. Now, if any of you guys have read the book Unbroken or seen the movie yet, that's based on the life of Louie Zamperini. In the book, there's a quote that says, "Dignity is as essential to human life as water, food, and oxygen. The stubborn retention of it, even in the face of extreme physical hardship, can hold a man's soul in his body long past the point at which the body should have surrendered it. The loss of it can carry a man off as surely as thirst, hunger, exposure, and asphyxiation, and with greater cruelty. Without dignity, identity is erased. In its absence, men are defined not by themselves, but by their captors and the circumstances in which they are forced to live." So if you think about that for a second, you need dignity like you need water, food, and oxygen. Everybody wants to feel a self-worth, and everybody wants to be respected. Now, when they talk about love in a relationship, of course, everybody that is in a relationship wants to be loved, of course. But along with that is a longing for respect. And if you don't have the respect of your spouse, it's very hard to have a meaningful relationship with them. And you think about in the workplace, same thing. If there is bullying at work, or somebody is not respecting you on purpose, it is very hard to go through the day-to-day and do your job, because that is one of the things that you just continue to think about. So as you kind of go through your work day, you enjoy your work. You take pride in the results that you are producing at your workplace. And then all of a sudden, you go through your work day and something happens where somebody disrespects you, or somebody comes in from the outside, whether it's a new employee, and they all of a sudden have a perception of you, and without even knowing you, just for a couple minutes they know you, they could disrespect you because they don't know what kind of a hard worker you are. It's just the same as if you get a new boss. Your new boss comes in from the outside, doesn't take any time to sit down with you, get to know you, really understand the depth of how you work, what your challenges are that you face. And then they just instantly go into this leadership mode of, and I don't call it leadership, but they just instantly go into a mode of, let's work on metrics in the building and in their company, and just ignores everything else that was ever put in place. Have you ever had one of those bosses that just comes in and says, we're going to redo all the policies, all the procedures, we're going to redo all of our metrics and our key performance indicators, and we are just going to revamp this whole company inside and out. They don't take any time. And when I say any time, it's got to be at least several months to really get to know the company, get to know all the people working there. They don't take any time to get to know the current processes, see what's working, what's not, talk to the employees, get their feedback, engage the employees. They just go into this mode of, I'm a new manager, I'm a new director, I'm going to come in, I'm going to revamp the whole place just the way I want it, and they don't take any time to see what's currently going on. Something like this, if you think about it, unfortunately kills the morale and the dignity of the employees. I mean, this is an absolute downward spiral that is set in motion, and all your employees in the whole building will feel it. They will then respond by reducing their efforts and their commitment. They will instantly want to not be working there. The morale will be down. They'll be upset every day. They'll hate coming to work every day. So what went from a high of loving my job and having pride in my job will then just go to, I have no commitment to this place. I have no pride. I don't want to be here. And things will spiral downhill pretty quickly. Now, is that the kind of workplace that you want to be managing? Do you want to have morale issues? I would say that not having the respect and the dignity as an employee from your leader and your manager is probably one of the hardest things to deal with, and that is one of the reasons why most people leave a workplace. People are happy with their boss and their work environment, and they feel the dignity and respect that they deserve. They will stay. Most of the time, ahead of money. They will stay because they actually like working there, and they will consider, if they don't feel they're making enough money, they will still consider staying over that. Isn't that a big impact? That's amazing. And, you know, people will usually leave a company first because of a boss and the lack of respect that they're getting from a boss. That is so true. And you know what then? What happens is, once those employees stop committing themselves to a workplace, then of course they've got the unwillingness to cooperate, and the new boss thinks, oh my goodness, this employee is awful, I need to get rid of them. And it is just a downward spiral of failure and non-commitment, and then the manager doesn't like the employee immediately, and they're out the door, and usually in termination. So just imagine how you could change yourself and be a better leader if you actually get to know your employees, respect them, take time with them, job shadow them, do cross-training with them, lead by example, get out with your employees on the floor, and actually work side by side with them. Understand and respect their opinion, ask them for suggestions, engage them in the day-to-day work, go through the procedures and policies with them, ask their opinion. You could have so much better of a workforce and so much easier of a management job if you do this, and you respect and have the dignity for your employees that they deserve. And you know what, as a manager, I'm sure that you command the same respect and dignity from your bosses as well. You come in as a new manager, you want to be respected and have the dignity that they gave you when they hired you. So do the same for your employees. And, you know, bullying in the workplace as well, I'm going to do a separate video on that. But if you're an employee and you have a coworker, watch and get to know them first before you make a presumption or an assumption that they don't do anything all day long. Do not, go beyond that boundary and start bad-mouthing somebody until you really know them inside and out. That is my speech on dignity and respect in the workplace. Now, go out and do it the right way. Have a great day.